what makes Madison want to build up muscles?
What?
I used to wonder what it feel like, but now I know achieve the goal. I ran the race I won.
What's going on, guys? So today we're doing a Q&A. My name's Ethan. I'm a second-year medical student. I've talked a lot about medicine on the channel before. Madison's my girlfriend. She's going to be talking about nursing school. So do you want to talk to them about your program and what it's all about?
I'm in my first semester of nursing school, and our program is 4 semesters long. I'm doing the accelerated program, which we don't take the summer off. So I should be finished in December of next year.
Alright, so hopefully that gives you guys a background on our education, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the Q&A. The first question we have by Natasha G is, how long have you and Madison been together for, and what are some of the things you'll love about each other? So we've been together since October of 2013, so that's 4 years now. Some of the things I love about her are she's really dedicated and she's very motivated too. So if she comes up with a goal, then she attacks it and she always accomplishes it. So that's one of the main things that I really like about her.
What I really love about Ethan is kind of the same thing, but he's also like really caring and will do anything for anyone like around him that he loves. So he'll go out of his way to do anything for his family, for me, for even P. That's one of the things I really like about you.
Thanks. King David 21 asked, how did I meet Madison? So, how did I meet Madison? So, we were both on the gymnastics team together for the University of Oklahoma. They're not the same team, they're different. So I was on the men's team, she was on the women's team. Both teams just really interacted with each other a lot. I guess that's pretty much how we met, right?
Except you didn't really talk a lot.
Except I didn't really talk a lot.
Shy.
I was very shy when I met her. Next question. This is a really popular question. A ton of people ask this. I'm just picking it from Steven or Stefan Odea. How do you manage your time so you have enough time for each other? So this is pretty difficult, especially as a second-year medical student, just because we have so much material this year. But generally just kind of prioritizing her and saying, okay, Friday night we're gonna go out to eat or we're gonna watch a movie. Just planning a specific time to block out and not study and spend time with her, I think is a really good way to manage our time so we have enough time for each other. Do you have anything to add?
I mean, like, we eat together for the most part, and then like we'll watch a show every few days, and even though we're not like interacting, I still like that. Like, I think it's quality time.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, so our next question from Jen Isabel is, what is your nationality and what do you love most about each other, physical and non-physical? Do you make time for your spiritual side? So my nationality is I'm half Filipino, a quarter Italian, an eighth Irish, and an eighth French. And what are you?
I'm Cherokee and Choctaw. I think I'm more Choctaw, Caucasian. I don't know.
So we kind of already talked about non-physical traits, I guess. Physically, I like your smile and like, I don't know, it sounds kind of weird, but like her cheek structure, I don't know. I really like that about her.
Oh, thanks. I like your biceps.
Oh, thanks.
I like your eyes. They're just big and I don't know. Pretty much like all of you.
Thanks. As far as our spiritual side, I mean, I think we're both religious, but we don't go to church or have dedicated prayer or anything like that. I think you should make time for that if it is important in your life, but we both didn't really grow up in a religious background, so it'd be kind of different for us to start that now, especially when we're so busy. So this is kind of an interesting question. Bianca Tobar, she asked, now that we are both in school, how are we able to maintain financial stability? So I've already talked about the finances in med school. In med school, we get student loans, so we can support ourselves very easily and can help out other people too as well. As a nursing student, can you pay for your school and do your living completely off loans?
Yeah.
So that's an option to look into if you are thinking about nursing. You can get your schooling and your living paid for all through loans. So Sam Kelly asked, if we had to choose a place in Europe to travel, where would it be? And if we had to choose a go-to comfort food, what would it be?
I want to travel to Greece. I've just always seen pictures and it looks really beautiful. And then comfort food, I think anyone that knows me knows that mine is cookie dough.
I think Greece would be an awesome place to go to in Europe too, but I think I really want to go to Venice, Italy, just because it's really unique and I've never been. I think it would be great to go there. And my comfort food, I don't know, I'm really not picky. I like a bunch of things. I feel like that's a bad answer, but I can eat anything, honestly. King David 21 asks, people talk about chemistry being important in relationships. Do you guys think we build chemistry, or is it just there? I personally think that I had a physical attraction to her immediately, and I think that we still continue to build chemistry to this day.
I think the same thing. I definitely think that we continue to build it too, so.
Chemistry is always important in a relationship, and like it's different for everyone, but we both obviously feel that we still build chemistry to this day. He also asked, how come we went to the same place to study, and was it all planned? So it actually wasn't really planned. I got into school here, and she didn't really know what she wanted to do when I got into school, so then she just started applying to nursing schools around here, and she got in. Following My Passion asked, what makes Madison want to build up muscles?
What? I burn more calories.
That's a good reason.
I just like the way my body looks, like athletic, I guess. And I feel like I've never not had muscle. It also gives me curves, so I like that about it too.
Those are all good reasons to build muscle. Killian Bucci, I think, is that how you say it? Asked, what hobbies do both of you enjoy outside of school and fitness?
I like to do photography. I like to bake, but I do not like to cook.
I like cooking. I also like wakeboarding a lot, so I guess that would be my main hobby outside of all of this stuff. And speaking about that, Ash Morales 421 asks, who's the better cook?
This one.
I'm not gonna argue. She does make good stuff.
He's just better.
The next question is by C. Nguyen. I usually hit the gym first thing in the morning, but when I do so, I often crash midday and get extremely tired. In days that I don't hit the gym in the morning, my energy is pretty stable throughout the day. Do I experience this? If so, how do I work around it? So we typically work out actually in the afternoon. So right now I don't experience that, but when I used to work in the ER, I would work out before work, and I actually felt like that gave me more energy throughout the day. So I think it's kind of different for everyone. It's just what works with your schedule and what works best for you in terms of energy. So in order to work around it for me is I just drink coffee or take caffeine. I take pre-workout too, so that helps a lot with energy. And what do you do for not experiencing tiredness?
I'm not very good at that. Usually take a nap.
Yeah.
I'm not really a good person to ask, but I do feel like it wakes me up working out in the morning, so maybe try caffeine or take a nap.
Alright, Emmanuel Abraham asked, does med school and YouTube affect my social life and time with my girlfriend? And obviously med school does and YouTube does. I don't know if a lot of people know how much time YouTube takes, but it does take a lot of time. The filming is not so bad, it's more of the editing and grabbing the thumbnail and doing all the tags. It is a pretty long process and can take a lot of time away from her. So Gil was asking for advice on how to keep your workouts short, especially when you work out together. How many hours do you sleep per night in the first 2 years on average? Last year I got about 7 hours of sleep on average. This year I'm averaging about 6. And to keep our workouts short, I think going in there with a plan obviously helps. If you just go in there without a plan, then you're wasting time trying to think of things to do. Do you have any tips on how to keep your workout short?
When we're working out together, we usually do like supersets. He'll start on one exercise, I'll start on the other, and then we'll switch. So that helps a little bit.
Structuring your workout that way, also doing like high intensity interval training can be a good way to get a really quick workout in, but still intense. This is a good one. V. Sergio asked, what career do you think you would be pursuing if you weren't going for medicine? If I wasn't going for medicine, I would probably just be a full-time YouTuber. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Same.
Either that or I'd probably like get into some type of sales, but I don't think I would be happy, but I think it would be probably like the most efficient way in making money.
I don't know, I've always been interested in like hair and makeup and that kind of stuff, so that's always been intriguing to me, like if I wasn't doing the whole nursing thing.
Diane Jose 2 asked, what's the best advice? What's the best advice both me and Madison have ever received? I guess in terms of just like general life advice, I think the best thing that I have ever heard is the worst thing that can happen to you is someone will say no. Like if you're worried about going after something or, I don't know, trying out for something or trying to do something, the worst thing that can happen is they'll say no and you just try again. You shouldn't be afraid to try something that you really want to try. And as far as med school goes, it's actually her brother-in-law told me that like whenever you're feeling like, why am I doing this or why am I studying, just think about how badly you wanted to get in the first place. I remember when I was applying, like I would literally, like I would have given up anything to get into med school. So I think just thinking about that does help me a lot.
Oh,
what's the best advice?
I don't have an answer for this one.
What's the best advice your dad has ever told you? He gives some good advice.
Too much advice from Dad. I don't know.
Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today's Q&A. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the questions. 2 quick announcements. Alpha is doing a restock and dropping new apparel this Friday, which is Black Friday, and Ghost is launching their 2 holiday wave flavors, white chocolate peppermint and snickerdoodle, so don't miss out on those. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.